Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Urvashi and today in this video I'm going to be talking about Rahu's transit in the nakshatra of Ardra from September the 12th, 2019 to May 2020. So this is a long transit and it is an important transit. It is going to be a major energy that we will be feeling for the next 8 months. So before I start, for all those who haven't subscribed, who haven't tapped the bell icon, remember to do that. And for those looking for a consultation or those that want to write to me, I'm going to give the links below in the description. You can find them there. So what does Rahu in Ardra mean? So I hope we all do understand Rahu is exalted in Gemini. Rahu does very well in Gemini. And if you look at the planets, Rahu rules the nakshatra of Ardra. And but the deity of Ardra is Rudra, and Rudra is a form of Lord Shiva. So Rudra is the form of Lord Shiva that shows destruction, that shows destruction of what is not required. This is an extremely powerful nakshatra. It takes a lot of power to destroy something that you have. So in fact, I've practically seen this nakshatra play out very amazingly in a lot of charts. So this is in a transit, and you may not feel this impact, at that level. But if you have if you're running the dasha of Rahu, or if you're running the dasha of a planet posited in Ardra, then you will feel this more. Or if you're running a dasha of the zodiac of Gemini or Mercury, then you will feel this more. But in these 8 months, if you're not running a Mahadasha of any of the planets like I mentioned, of Rahu or Mercury or a planet posited in Ardra, then you will definitely go through an Antardasha or a Pratantardasha, one of the smaller time periods, and you will feel this energy. And this energy is out there supporting all of us or causing hindrances the way you'd like to utilize it. I'm just going to share what this energy is about. And it's up to all of us how we take advantage or not of these energies in transit. So Ardra is one of the most powerful of nakshatras. Like I said, it's the nakshatra which is associated with destruction, with Rudra, the lord of destruction. And the symbol is a teardrop. And it does show major changes, major upheavals. Again, I'm saying you will not feel it that much because it's only if you have major planets in Ardra and if you're running a dasha. And I'm doing a series on nakshatras, and I would be coming down to Ardra, and I'm going to give the link here at the end of this video. You can go watch the link. I've just done 3 nakshatras. I still have to come down to Ardra, but this nakshatra generally means it does bring ups and downs in life on a smaller scale, since it's happening in transit. And if you have planets that are posited or being influenced in this case, and you're running a dasha of those planets, you will definitely feel the impact more. Now, how we utilize this energy? Destruction, like I said, it is a powerful nakshatra. It is one nakshatra which is associated with effort and gains. Yatna, like we like to call it. Yatna means effort. The effort we do towards achieving something is very strongly connected to this nakshatra. So if there is something that you want to achieve, it's a good time to do it. It's a good time to put in effort to achieve something. Now, again, the results will depend on what dashas and you're going through and what promises you have in your chart. But generally, it's a good energy to put in effort for achieving something. So it is a good time to destroy things that you don't want, things that you want to remove in life, things that you want to fight, things that you want to get rid of, like bad habits, like something that is a part of your life and you don't need it to be there, like breaking free from something. So it's a good time to get rid of things that you don't want. Simultaneously, I will also bring up another video that I did, which is Jupiter going direct in the nakshatra of Jyeshtha, where we again talked about transformation, and like it's a great time for transformation. It's a great time for getting rid of something which you don't want in life, to move on to something that you want in life. So you can go and watch that video. I will give the link at the end of this video. It is definitely about clearing away something that you don't want. So I will not say this is all about creating something new, but it is the right energy for making effort to achieve that you're already doing something that you're already doing. It's the right effort for leaving behind things that you don't want, for getting rid of bad habits, for bringing about major changes into life. But this nakshatra is the negative side of this nakshatra is that it will tend to bring about an energy which is even more materialistic. So I will not say negative, but I mean it's how we utilize it. So we are going to have a tendency of being much more materialistic, much more achievement oriented, but it also will have an energy of selfishness. So we may get so obsessed about our gains, our aims, that it could be an obsession. It could lead to being selfish. It could lead to being ungrateful. It could lead to discords within the family. This nakshatra has a very strong vibration for breaking norms. This nakshatra has very strong vibration for breaking away from family. So many of us in fact, who will be doing things very, very drastic, because it has the power of pushing us towards taking powerful action. Like I said, it's a powerful nakshatra. So any plans that you have in mind, you will have that energy behind you, and it is the right time to go ahead and make that effort that will lead you to achievement, but not without effort. It's with effort. Remember, I said yatna. But at the same time, the obsession, the selfishness could also bring in negative vibrations, where there could be separations from family, separations from loved ones, disassociations, going away. So for those people who are trying to break away from relationships, if you are in a bad relationship and if you want to move out of there, this energy is quite conducive to that kind of a thing. But for people who are aiming their efforts towards materialistic gain, again it's a good time. But you have to be careful, because that selfishness, that being obsessed with it, those energies will also be strong. And sometimes we get so obsessed in our own things that we forget about other important things, and we tend to break away from a lot of norms and traditions. This nakshatra has those energies of breaking away from traditions and norms, especially family norms, and being disassociated, breaking ties. So those are certain things we need to be careful of. Let's not get too obsessed, too selfish. Let's not be complaining all the time. These few things are actually associated with this nakshatra, these few negative things. And since Rahu is going to be there, we are going to be very ambitious, most of us, and we may be complaining and cribbing all the time, and we may feel ungrateful. We may not be grateful. We may not be thanking God enough, or we may not be grateful enough for all those around us who are helping us or supporting us in everything we do. And we may tend to become a little too selfish about our achievements and be like, I did this and I did all that, and not giving others credit. So it is for partnerships, for relationships, for family, this time may prove a little difficult, especially if you get too obsessed with what you're doing, especially if you get too selfish about what you want, too materialistic about what you want in life. So those are small cautions that I would like to say here, that I would like to share with you guys, that we need to be a little careful. Go achieve your dreams. It's the right time. It's a good time for transformation, with Jupiter being direct in Jyeshtha and with Rahu being in Ardra. But let's not get selfish. Let's not be complaining. Let's remember to be grateful. Gratitude is important. If you want to break away from a situation, a family situation, like I said, if you're in a bad relationship and you've been wanting to, and if you've not had the guts to do it, then you will have the guts now. The energy is there right now. But if you are aiming at other things, then you may end up severing ties with people, family and relationships that later on sometimes we feel that we shouldn't have done, because I've practically seen it. But what I've seen is in birth charts where there have been important planets in Ardra, and those people have the power. I would say it's a power. It takes a lot of power to go out and destroy something that you have. It could be a negative power. It may have affected them very negatively, but I've always been, surprised at what people can do when they have important planets in Ardra. They can go about, drastically changing things for themselves. It depends on the entire chart. It depends on everything else. The dashas that you're having, how you're going to use this energy. It's a great energy, really. But again, it has its negative side. It has its selfish aspects to it. So there we got to be a little careful. Since the Lord is Rudra is a form of Lord Shiva. Worshipping Lord Shiva is the best remedy for this nakshatra. And the simple mantra Om Namah Shivaya is the best mantra. So just recitation of the mantra and worshipping Lord Shiva and remembering to be grateful every day. Just be grateful. Gratitude for every good thing that you have. Just it takes a few seconds to say a small prayer of gratitude. And remembering not to be so selfish in giving credit where achievement is, in not involving others, in not always being hungry for credit and the limelight is what we need to be careful. So it's a good energy for change, for decluttering our lives, for removing all that we don't want, and let's all go about and utilize it in the best way possible. That is all for now. I will now be seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.